Hello! Tomorrow is Easter, and it's going to be a little bit different for us this year than it normally is. I know a lot of you are probably sad about the thought of not being able to get together. I wanted to show you my idea so that we can share a meal with our family tomorrow. I am making a breakfast casserole, and normally I would make it in one big pan, but today I've made it in 3 separate ones. So we can drop one off at our mother-in-law's and at my parents' house, and tomorrow morning we can all start our day sharing a breakfast casserole for breakfast, and do some FaceTiming. I thought this was already filming earlier, so a couple steps are already done. Sorry about that. But I started with these baking dishes. I greased all of them with butter really well. I used the shredded potatoes, right? Shredded potatoes. I put about a cup of those down in the bottom. Then I topped it with sauteed sausage and onions. So just like I told you the other day with the flatbreads, I brown out that pound of country sausage, put it in a bowl, drain the fat back into the pan, and that's what I sauteed the onions in. So that's how far I got before I realized that the video wasn't working. So potatoes, onions, and sauteed sausage. Now we're going to put a nice healthy amount of cheddar cheese on top of each one. I'm not bashful with how much cheese I put in here. Lots and lots of cheese. And then the only other thing we have to do is make our filling. And it's a lot like a quiche filling would be, but I combine a couple different recipes that I've come across over the years to make one that's a little bit unique for me. So this recipe is 6 eggs to 2 cups of milk. I always have extra eggs like I told you. So I'm gonna do 10, and I have a little bit of extra milk that expires today. So I wanna get that in before it goes bad as well. So I have a little bit extra, but it's 6 eggs, 2 cups of milk. You wanna whisk those up really well. Now to that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried mustard, ground mustard. Throw that in. And we're also gonna put some salt and pepper in there while we're at it. And while we stir that up, I have 1 cup of Bisquick or pancake mix or whatever you have, any baking mix. We're gonna sprinkle that on and whisk that in. And then the last thing you do is you add the 2 cups of milk. Get all these lumps of mix out first before I add that milk in. And like I said, I happen to have just a little tiny bit of milk left in this carton. I'm going to use it. I got the extra eggs in there. They'll be able to handle it. So we're going to pour this mixture over top each one of our casseroles. Cover it in foil, put it in the fridge, and then tomorrow morning you're going to put it in the oven and bake it at 350 for about 30 minutes. And that's for a normal size, 30 to 40 minutes. These are smaller, so perhaps they'll cook a little bit sooner. But just like any of the quiches that we've done before, you want to shake the pan. As long as the center is set and doesn't wiggle jiggle, you know that you're good. There we go. There's our casseroles, and I hope you have a happy Easter.